Okay, I can't believe I got this far without explaining why we're bringing these in as smart objects. It's so we can edit, say the banned books week, the info, even though we have a whole bunch of these. If I'm hit Command 0 to make this fit, and then we can zoom in down here, Spacebar and Command, and then just Spacebar to move. If we change one of these things, let's say I don't like how low that is. I want to do a baseline shift and move that hyphen up some. Then if I just save it and close it, and then when we jump back over to Photoshop, that hyphen automatically moves up. And it changes. If I hit Command 1, and then we'll just scroll down to there, you can see that that hyphen moved, and it changed every single one of those smart object copies. So you can edit your smart objects, which is really cool. So I'm going to hit Command 0 to make everything fit on the screen. I don't like the lack of contrast in this. So I'm going to come up to the uppermost layer and then throw a curves adjustment. And one of the easiest way, now we're going to talk a lot more about histograms and what should be done right here with this point, but for right now I just want to show you what a contrast curve is. And it's very simply come to this first intersection, pull down a little bit, don't go crazy, and then come to this second intersection about where it is and drag it up a little bit. This gives us, and then you click this eyeball to see what happened. This gives us a little more contrast, and you can adjust this. You can add additional points and adjust, you know, a little more, just figuring out what looks best, trying to get the optimal results. And this isn't done. The last thing I want to show you is a vignette. Right now this background is kind of uniform color. We want to bring the eyeball into the center of the screen. So I'm going to add another curves adjustment layer, and this time pull this down right from the center. And this is non-destructive. We can always come back to this. Grab the Marquee tool. It's the letter M is the shortcut. And I'm just going to, this is, if I hit Command R, you can see we're working with a lot of pixels. Okay, so in here's 500 pixels, and this may be inches for you. If it is inches, you can just change over to pixels so you can read and know about where we are. So I'm going to pick somewhere in there. Command R, get rid of those rulers. Now with the Marquee tool, I'm going to click and drag and kind of make a uniform selection. I can nudge this selection with my arrow tools, and then right click in the center and say feather, and maybe 300. And this has to change depending upon how much room. What I want are some nice soft edges here around that curve. And then I want the default colors. Hit the letter D, then hit X. We're going to make sure that black is the foreground, and we can always swap out these colors. So black is here. Then remember, edit, fill, option. Look at the left side of your keyboard. Options on the left, commands on the right, then the space bar. So option delete fills with black. Now, did you see what happened when I added that? Let me undo. Watch the center of the screen. See how this is really dark? When I fill with black, black conceals, white reveals. So the white part lets that adjustment through, and hit Command D to deselect. The idea is, if you can tell where a vignette is, you've done too much. You don't want to be able to see it. You just want the eye to focus on the center of your screen. You see what's happening there? So there you go. This is not done. We still need to bring out more visibility down here, but this is more contrast so we can actually read this text. But this is quite a bit better than this. A little bit more effective on communicating the essence of the Lord of the Flies. You get where we're going with this? Have fun and experiment.